Ankita Pokharel. I welcome you all to today's class. In today's reading session, we'll read a descriptive passage on our lovely house and also read a story entitled A Film Shoot. Let's begin the class now.
Our lovely house. Hello, my name is Neeta. I'm 10 and I'm Nepali. I live with my parents and my brother Nitesh in Dhankari. We live in a two-story house. It is new and beautiful. Come in, please. This is our hall. To the left, there's a kitchen. You can see a fridge, cupboards, and a cooker, a large table, and 4 chairs in it. The living room is to the right. It is green in color and very comfortable. There is a sofa, 2 armchairs, a bookcase, a large carpet on the floor, a round table, and a TV set. The TV is on the wall, and some pictures are above the TV. We like to spend time here. There are 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a study room upstairs. In my parents' bedroom, there's a large bed, a wardrobe, a mirror, 2 bedside tables. In my bedroom, there are 2 beds, a large bookcase with books, a table with my computer, 2 chairs and toys. There's a table with a computer, a chair, books, a lamp, and father's files in the study room. Our house is surrounded by the fence. There are some trees around our house. Sparrows like our trees, and they often jump on the branches. There's a garden in front of the house. You can see butterflies flying and sitting on the flowers. I like my house very much. So this text features a short descriptive passage titled Our Lovely House. It introduces a girl named Neeta, her family, and their 2-story house in Dhankari, Nepal. So here in this text, our guide is a 10-year-old girl named Neeta. Neeta lives in this house with her parents and brother, and she is excited to show us around. So she says that her house has 2 floors. Since we're talking about house, let's write it down, which means it's a 2-story house. And then we enter through the hall. A hall is like a passage that connects different rooms. To the left of the hall is the kitchen. Neeta's kitchen has everything a family needs: a fridge to keep food cold and fresh, cupboards to store dishes and ingredients, a cooker to prepare meals, and a large table with 4 chairs where the family enjoys their meals together. On the other side of the hall to the right is the living room. Towards the right is the living room. This is where the family relaxes and spends time together. It's painted a cheerful green color. There's a comfortable sofa, 2 armchairs, and a bookcase filled with interesting books. A soft carpet covers the floor, and a round table sits in the middle of the room. On the wall, there's a large TV, perfect for watching movies together, and above it hang some lovely pictures. So that is what Neeta explains about her living room. Now let's follow Neeta upstairs to the 2nd floor. Here we find the bedrooms. Neeta's parents have their own bedroom with a large comfortable bed, a wardrobe to keep their clothes organized, a mirror, and 2 bedside tables with lamps. Neeta shares her bedroom with her brother. They have 2 beds, of course, and a large bookcase where they keep all their favorite books. There's also a table with a computer where they can do their homework or play games. And like any kid's rooms, it's filled with toys. So that's what about the bedrooms they have. Next to the bedroom is the study room. This is where the family can work or study quietly. It has a table with another computer, a chair, more books, and a lamp to provide good light for reading. Neeta's father keeps his important work files in the study room. Stepping outside. What do we find outside? We see that Neeta's house has a fence around it, providing privacy and security. Tall trees surround the house, and sparrows love to perch on their branches and sing. In front of the house, there's a beautiful garden filled with colorful flowers, attracting butterflies that flutter around. So Neeta loves her lovely house, and it's easy to see why. It's a comfortable and welcoming home for her and her family. That's what Neeta explains about her house. Let's read another text, A Film Shoot. It was a cold winter afternoon. Robert stopped for a moment as he crossed the bridge. He looked down at the river below. There were not many boats on the river, but just below the bridge, there was a boat with a boy in it. He was not even wearing many clothes, Robert noticed. He shivered and walked on. Just then he heard a cry. Help! Help! The cry was coming from the river. Robert looked down. The boy was in the water and his boat was floating away. Help! Help! He called again. Robert was a good swimmer. Taking off his clothes, he dived into the river. In a matter of seconds, he reached the boy. "Don't worry," he said as he caught hold of him. "I'll soon get you out of the water." But the boy began shouting at him. Robert could not understand him. He started to swim towards the bank, dragging the boy with him. But at the moment he saw a large motorboat under the bridge. There were several people on the boat looking at his direction. Robert decided to swim towards the boat. "Give me a hand," he shouted as he reached near the boat. He looked up and saw that people looked angry. The people on the boat helped the boy and wrapped him in a blanket, but they did nothing to help Robert. "Aren't you going to pull me out too?" Robert asked. "You?" said one of the men. Robert saw that he was standing next to a large camera. You are making a film and you spoiled a whole afternoon's work. You can stay in the water." So if we have to explain the story in simple terms, Robert was near a river where he saw a young boy in trouble. The boy was struggling to swim and shouting for help. Robert couldn't understand the boy's words, but he knew the boy needed help. Robert was a good swimmer, so he jumped into the water and swam towards the boy. He grabbed the boy and started pulling him towards the safety of the riverbank. And while they were swimming, Robert saw a motorboat with some people in it. He thought they could help, so he swam towards the boat with the boy. When Robert reached the boat and asked for help, the people on the board were not happy at all. They were angry. It turned out that these people were making a film. They were filming a scene with a boy in the water, and Robert had accidentally ruined their scene by rescuing the boy. So the people on the boat helped the boy out of the water and wrapped him in a blanket, but they refused to help Robert. They told him to stay in the water because he had spoiled their afternoon of filming. So why do you think is this story interesting? Because of the unexpected twist. Here we expect people to be grateful when someone helps, but in this story, Robert is treated badly even though he did a good deed. Also unfairness. It's not fair that the people on the boat only cared about the film and didn't thank Robert for saving the boy. So the story also highlights something about kindness versus selfishness. The story shows us the difference between being kind and helpful like Robert and being selfish like the film crew. So what can we learn from the story? Helping others. It's important to help people in need even if it's difficult or inconvenient. We also learn that we need to be grateful. We should always be grateful when someone helps us. And lastly, it's important to think about how our actions affect other people. So you remember, even though the people in the boat were unkind, Robert did the right thing by saving the boy. We should always try to be helpful and kind to others, just like Robert. A beautiful story indeed. So here's an assignment for you all. Write a descriptive paragraph about you or your friend's house. Taking reference to the first text that we have read, please write down a paragraph. You can also divide it into 2 or 3 as you wish to explain about yours or even your friend's house. Here we have another assignment for you all. Please go to the dictionary and try to match the words with their meanings. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@theradioWalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.